morning. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 4th of April. Now, just before I get started, I just want to thank you guys for all your amazing support yesterday. I had a very flat day and it's great to get the feedback that you guys have been feeling a little weird as well. It sort of helps us to not feel so alone. I think just we feel sometimes a bit deflated by all the lies, the nonsense that they keep feeding everybody. Actually, guys, it was funny on TV this morning. We all know the Trump clown show is starting. Of course it is. And they had one of the Australian journalists outside Trump Towers. And all these people kept crashing the live feed. And they were saying how all you media people lie. It was so good. I loved it. It was so good. They said all you do is tell lies. And she had to let them talk because it was live. And so this woman just came up to her and said, you guys lie about all this. And oh, it was so good. I was so happy to see someone actually gate crash the live crossing to the Trump Tower. So funny. So we know we're going to get bombarded with the Trump clown show. All a very good distraction from everything that Biden is doing over here. We know that it is. Can't fool us here on the BS Detector channel. The other thing I wanted to just say to you guys, if you want to have a good laugh, go look up Clown Planet on YouTube. It is so funny, honestly. There's a video on there that popped up this morning on Hippo in New Zealand. That's Chris Hipkins. If you're new to my channel, Hippo answering the question, did you guys see it? God, I'm sure you did in New Zealand. What is a woman? Yes, he got the what is a woman question. Oh my God, you wait till you hear him answering it. Go check it out if you haven't, guys. It is really worth the laugh. He's just standing there like a deer in the headlights and he's saying that you can label your own gender. It's just so, the narrative. Oh, and also around this topic, also this morning, guys, I'd just like to fill you in on what's happening here in Australia. There was an ad this morning on TV about New South Wales, which is the state that I live in, and it was, advertising New South Wales and all the wonderful beaches and all the things you can do. And up popped the drag queen, show. That's apparently one of the incredible things about New South Wales is our drag queen shows. So we know we're getting bombarded. My husband and I were talking about it last night. What the hell is with the transgender? Well, it's probably the transhumanism, I'm guessing, but there's so much of this drag queen. They've replaced grid girls now. Have you guys heard? The old grid girls, which they could have had some good guys. I think a lot of us women here would have been happy with a few grid guys. They're now got drag queens replacing the grid girls. I think that's here in Australia. I don't even know where it is, but the world is turning into a complete clown circus. I don't have anything against drag queens and all that. That's fine. But, it can get a little confusing when you're bringing up children and all this is being just thrown in their face just to create more confusion. Gosh, I'm going through the teenage years at the moment. And I know a lot of you guys understand what I'm saying. It's hard enough finding your identity as it is, but this whole LGBTQ, all this stuff, it's overwhelming for us guys. Imagine how teenagers and young children are feeling. They don't even know who they are anymore. It is very confusing. The other thing I just wanted to mention too is now in Australia, they're going to be banning, pretty sure, TikTok in their government departments. Why are they using it really anyway? But because China could be getting secret information off TikTok. We know that's been a big issue for a while. Not banning it with the little people, just with the government departments. But we do have to question, because that sounds a bit hypocritical, doesn't it? Because Elbo's trying to make deals with China, and Dictator Dan from Victoria, Melbourne, the most locked down city in the world, he's just visited China and he's doing some wonderful deals, wheeling and dealing with China. So Dictator Dan's selling Australia out to China. So that's on Clown Planet as well. Go and check that out too. Dictator Dan talking about his wonderful trip to China and why he didn't take the media with him. No footage. No one knows what went on. But he does say it's going to really help the Victorian people. That fact that he's been to China. We know what's going on there. Selling Australia out. How are people not seeing this, guys? Ugh. So anyway, enough of that. We know all the corruption and the clown show globally continues around everything. Oh, Charles and the Royal Kardashians won't get a look in now that the Trump event started. Gosh, who could compete with that? Oh, my God. All right, I'll close my eyes, guys. Cheers, everybody. I'm feeling a bit brighter today. Fingers I stay on track. No dogs to bark and interrupt us either. All right, let's see what we get for the 4th of April. Oh, I'm getting hospitals. Oh, God. I'm getting whistle. This is globally too. I'm getting whistleblowers are coming together now, and I feel like this is going to be about the fudging of the numbers during the CV virus. Ooh, they won't like that, will they? Because they don't want the fudging of the numbers coming out. There's going to be more awareness. Oh, that could be this month, actually. Maybe that's one of those big scandals coming out. I hope so, is how they fudge the numbers. Anyone who had CV virus was ticked off as having CV in hospital, whereas they might have had it months earlier. They might have had it 6 months earlier. But if they ticked that box, so therefore it went into the hospitalisation of CV. This is really corrupt. If you think about it, it's not like the person actually came in with CV to get help. And also, that's what happened. Where was it, guys? I think it was Victoria, somewhere. They were actually saying that people went into the hospital with other things and then they ended up getting CV in hospital. This is the kind of stuff that's been going on as well. People caught it when they went to hospital. So hospital wasn't the safest place, we know, during it all. Oh, my God. But that's what I'm getting. There could be a few whistleblowers around the fudging of numbers of hospitals. This is globally too. It's not just showing me like one place. We know this has been happening. So if anyone had even had CV at all, and we know some of them had it 2 and 3 times, they ticked that box. So that box was just put into the file as in the computer, CV. Not, oh, you've been in a car accident, oh, you had a broken leg, oh, you've had a heart attack. That didn't go in. And this was in the very beginning. This was probably the first year. Oh, God, I can't believe it's been 3 more years, guys. Actually, we're getting over the 3-year mark now, aren't we? So I am getting a few whistleblowers will be coming out about the fudging of the numbers in hospitals. Gosh, you can't blame them, can you? They probably all lost their jobs through mandates anyway. What have they got to lose? That they need a bit of compensation. You know, maybe that's what this will come down to, these truth movements. They might get compensated for the lies, BS and garbage that was told to people. It destroyed people's lives, and it's still continuing to do that. All right, sorry. I just get so frustrated. I know you guys understand. All right, let's see where else we go. God, they're just saying capital cities, riot squads will be called in. This is globally. So there has to be something brewing, guys. Maybe not in Australia. I always say they're gutless wonders. But there has to be something brewing. There is. God, if anything happens around that bloody Trump thing, can you imagine how they're going to edit that footage again, just like the January 6th riots? All fake, lies, editing. Wasn't even true. But, of course, like I said to my hubby the other night, no one's getting those visuals still. Notice that's been hidden, completely taken pretty much off YouTube. I mean, you could type it in probably and find something, but it's getting a bit hidden away. Let's just tuck that away behind us again so no one gets to see the January 6th riots and the real video footage of what went on. Is that guy even in jail still, that QAnon bloody shaman or whatever? Surely they've let him out of jail by now. Haven't heard anything, so he must still be bloody sitting in a prison cell somewhere. This is just how much... Anyway, okay, I'm just getting myself worked up. I'll get back to my little bit of calm. Sorry, guys. It's just so frustrating. Okay, let's see where else we go today. I'm getting Spain, Portugal, Greece making a stand. They're showing me like Spain, and I'm getting, they're showing me like Spanish dresses, you know, those, when the girls have those castanets, is it? And they, the Spanish dances. I'm getting this. People want that joy. They want the festivities. That's what I'm getting for these regions. They don't want to be locked down. They don't want to not have social events. They want to be out and about having their, it's a cultural thing. That's what I'm getting for these parts. That's why they might have people standing and fighting back, because they want their culture back. See, at the core of things, people want their freedom. That's what sort of having fun and culture is about, isn't it? It's about freedom. And not feeling restricted and restrained and controlled. And so they're showing me that, like, fun times. Fiesta. I'm getting shown fiesta, like with beautiful coloured lights. I've never been to Spain, but beautiful coloured lights across the street, a night vibe, you know, al fresco, everybody dining out, everybody mingling, everybody having fun. That's what these countries want back. They want to get the fun back in their lives. So they might have some fight backs in a lot of these parts, because they want festivity again. All right. Getting India. I remember Sri Lanka when they fought back. It was so brilliant. Notice none of that's been on TV lately. I wonder what's happening over there. If anyone knows, let us know down below. But I am getting India. India doesn't want to be taken down. They don't want to be controlled. And I do feel like maybe that's where things are heading a little bit. It could be turning into that kind of China dictatorship. They're trying to control the people. God, it'd be hard to control people in India. It's very populated, isn't it? I can't imagine doing the credit scoring system in a country that populated. But then look at China. They do it to perfection, don't they? They are very organised in China. So I guess nothing's impossible. But I am getting that for India. Things are changing in India. Wow. You sort of think it wouldn't be possible, don't you? But I am getting India. They might get some fight backs there. Oh, that's because the economy's crashing too. That's what they're saying. They have to fight back because their economy's going down the gurgler as well. That's what I'm getting for India. And they're saying India, a lot of people sit on the poverty line anyway, which I think we probably know that. Because there's, like Sri Lanka, there's the really wealthy and then there's the poor people, and there's not much in between, is there? So I'm getting that for India as well. They'll have to fight back because they're really hitting that poverty line now. Everything's just, things are getting dire in India. That's what I'm getting. All right, let's see where else we go. Still getting elbow. And I got the other day that he was backpedaling, like banning some resources and things that the previous Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, may have done deals with and organised. I feel like Elbow's overriding that, and he's off on his own agenda. We know he is, but I am getting that. He's still off on his own agenda. He's moving Australia, like the country, in a whole different direction now. It isn't good. It isn't good when China's involved, is it? It's not going to be good. It isn't. And we know how much BlackRock, is it Blackstone, Vanguard, how they're buying up houses. We know it's been happening. I think that's been happening in the UK, hasn't it? There's a lot going on in the background that most of us here are aware of. But unfortunately, the people waking up and the people in their bubble denial suits aren't aware of these things. They will be, though, this year, because it's all starting to come out. Well, it has to come out at some point. If they're going to implement their red carpet rollout reset, then people are going to see it, aren't they? Because it's inevitable that it's coming. And it is coming, isn't it? Very quickly. All right. Let's see where else we go. Gosh, I am getting that the tide is turning. We know the tide is turning, and it's turning like away from government. So it's like the people are making a difference. People are making a difference. It's just very slow, but the tide is turning. See, this is the year of the great shift, the great awakening, where people stand up and fight for their freedom and fight for their lives and get their old lives. Well, it's not really their old lives, it's their new lives. So I'm getting that still the tide is turning, but it's only showing me like tiny little wave. It's not like the tide is turning like this big wave. It's the little tide is turning. It's turning in a very slowly and very little. I guess you could say France has had a lot to do with that. Netherlands has had a lot to do with that. Oh, thank you. I think it was you, Pam, telling me that the Finland Prime Minister, she was ousted. And so it's going to be interesting to see what that new guy is like. So there are changes happening, guys. The tide is turning very, very slowly. We just want it to turn on these like Trudeau's and Macron and all this, don't we? And all these dictators, or should I say WEF puppets that are being controlled by the puppet masters in the background. We know how it goes. It's so weird how we never see Klaus or anything. He's never talked about. The reset's never talked about. It's all hidden from view, just like it is on that different frequency, isn't it, guys? But people are waking up. I know you guys are letting us all know here that you're experiencing people starting to wake up, but we just can't bombard them. You guys are doing an awesome job. You're doing your seed planting, protecting yourself, staying safe away from cranky people. Yeah, they are. They're waking up. It's going to take time. It's like the puzzle. They're still only just starting to do the interior of the Where's Wally puzzle. Like I said the other day, the hardest puzzle in the world. They've done their border, but now it's the tricky bits, getting the right pieces in to the right places so they can see, oh, this is the Great Reset. They don't know. See, they don't know it's the Great Reset because no one listened to us. All the crap we posted, everything we did, they all thought we were crazy, conspiracy theorists. And now, here it is. It's all coming to fruition, isn't it, guys? Oh, God. We knew that it would. All right, let's see what else we get. God, I'm just getting cash exchanges are just disappearing now. We know it is. They're really pushing it. They're really working on it now. We've got the cashless banks. We've got everything online. And, oh, yes, it'll be much safer. How exactly? Oh. So we know that. Some of you were suggesting here we could still do a little bit of trade between ourselves, us awake people, which is quite probable actually, because as we all know, when you're using online, the bank's still making lots of money out of it. Every transaction, they get a couple of bucks or whatever from everything that you're doing. So your money just kind of disappears over time, doesn't it? But goes into the little bank's pocket to help build up them billions and billions of dollars profit that they make every year. But yeah, a lot of us are growing our veggies. I'm even starting a seed box now, guys, a seed file. So I'm starting to take my lettuce seeds off and file them. I know you guys are doing all this stuff as well. So we can be more productive moving forward. And we're enjoying it. It's actually fun, isn't it, guys? Getting back to basics, and like my girlfriend gives me eggs and I give her tomatoes and spinach and things like that. And so it's kind of fun getting back to that. Yeah. Oh, is it bartering? What do you call it where you swap things around? There's going to be more of that because the cash is really disappearing now. It's starting to disappear. And put some aside for a keepsake too to give to your kids and that, guys, because it's going to be a memory soon. It's going to be like an antique that is so rare to see cash. So store some away for your grandkids and things like that too. All right. Oh, they're showing me England, London, UK, and they're just showing me sushi. We know sushi's got to get the people on board. He is struggling to get the people on board with all this crap that he's hitting him with. And it's showing me him like losing weight. it's showing me him all gaunt, like he's lost all this weight because he's worrying so much. You know how when you worry so much you can't eat and you get all over? Well, this is what I'm kind of getting for Sushi. He can't get the momentum going. So now he's getting all like stressed and worried, and not an easy task doing what he's doing. So I am getting that Sushi is kind of England suffering a lot. England, London, UK. I'm getting that England suffering a lot because of what he's bringing out, and that people know it. So he's struggling to get people on board. So he's getting very stressed from it all. We know the Royal Kardashians are suffering because people don't want to know about them at the moment. But I am getting this for Sushi. It's like he's getting a bit... You know how Sushi's always very clean cut. He's always very organized. He's very methodical. And he's very intelligent. I always talk about that. But now he's looking... Well, he's not literally, but they're saying he's feeling a bit gaunt, a bit run down, a bit tired, a bit lacking in energy. He's lacking in enthusiasm. It's like his bubble has been burst. Like when you release the air out of the balloon, it's like... That's what I'm kind of getting for Sushi. His bubble has burst. Oh no, he started off so enthusiastic about it all, didn't he? He was going to change everything. Oh, and now his bubble's bursting, his balloon. So that's why it's all gaunt. Show me him all gaunt. Because he's struggling to get the people on board because they don't want it. See, when you don't incorporate the people, I say it all the time, you don't know how they're going to react. So at the moment, I feel like he's not treading on anyone else's toes. He's standing there like in anticipation of what to do next. I do feel that. I do feel that with Sushi. As clever as he is, as smart as he is, he's hesitating. And when you hesitate, you lose momentum. See, he had good momentum, but now he's hesitated and he's paused and his bubble's been popped. And so he's losing his momentum moving forward. So I would say Sushi's a little stagnant at the moment. It hasn't gone quite the way he planned. This is good, guys. All right. Let's see if there's something else to close with today. Getting Japan again. Japan's really building their commodities now. They're really feeding out their resources. They're building their strength and power through their commodities. I do feel like Japan's playing a big part on the world stage when it comes to resources, commodities, selling things off. I'm just getting that for Japan. Japan's actually quite a superpower. I get that Japan's like a superpower, but they don't come from ego. See, I feel like Japan doesn't come from ego. It comes from knowledge and wisdom. So that's how they're going to be on the super stage, the superpower stage, because they're very smart, and they have good wisdom. If you think of Japan, I know everybody who's ever been to Japan that I've known has loved Japan. So it must have this really beautiful vibe to it. But I am getting that. They're actually quite a strong force and a superpower. But see, they don't work with intimidation and threats like China. Japan works very differently. They're very clever and very smart in how they navigate other countries and how they deal with other countries. They don't get people offside, is kind of what the guides are saying. They're saying they're very welcoming. Their energy is very welcoming and kindly to other leaders. And that is always well received. That's what I'm getting for Japan. All right, let's see if there's something to close with. I'm getting Canada. We haven't had Canada for a while. Well, we know Trudeau's always blowing his trumpet. I'm getting, there's ribbon cutting. They're showing me Trudeau cutting ribbons. He's opening a lot of new things in Canada. It could be, it could be new rail systems. I just feel there's this opening of like, I'm kind of getting that subway energy, like the opening of new transport. Yeah, I do feel it's around transport. I'm getting that cutting of the ribbon. Oh, he's a very important person. He's being the VIP in Trudeau at the moment. I feel like he's being a very important person. I'm sure he'll get heckled though. There's always a couple of hecklers following Trudeau, but I am getting this cutting of the ribbons. And see, he sees it. God, he always sees it as another milestone on his big agenda. So every time he cuts a ribbon or has a grand opening of something, he's like, feels like he's one step closer. So we know how competitive he is, and he likes to be the teacher's pet for Cotton Schwab. So we know that he loves to keep moving and progressing with everything that he's rolling out. And see, this is the insanity of it. In his mind, he thinks how lucky all these people in Canada and that are to have him as their leader. He honestly believes that. He thinks he's such an asset to Canada and that country. Oh my God. That these people are so lucky that they have him steering the ship. That's how big his ego is. It's massive, massive big ego. Oh, he thinks he's just all that, doesn't he? He didn't even get voted in by the people, did he? Oh, God. Makes you want to have a spew, doesn't it, really? He's just got the biggest ego. He has. He just sees himself on this big pedestal, and that the whole world looks at him for how to do everything. See, he'd think all these other leaders like Elbow, Hippo, all these others look at him for ideas on how to really control your country and keep your people in place, example, Ottawa. And he just thinks people really look at him because he's so amazing at keeping his people under control. God. Oh my God, he's got the biggest head. Oh, it's painful, isn't it? So I'm getting a lot of ribbon cutting, which isn't great, meaning a lot of grand openings of things that he's implementing. All to help his great agenda move forward, as we know. Okay, let's see what there is to finish off with today. I'm getting that song again. I think it's from Lion King. We got it the other week. And it's showing all of us, arm in arm. And we're doing that song. Can you feel the love tonight? Is it where we are? Is enough made white our warriors? Da, 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 da. So we're all coming together with our energy. This is just with energy. We can't literally, because we live on all different parts of the world, but it's us coming together. This is the people waking up, or people who are already awake. There's more of us coming together. So I'm getting that song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Hang on a minute. It's such a cute little song, that, isn't it? But it's showing us all like arm in arm, like we're all got our arms around each other's shoulders and we're all singing it together. So cute, some of the images we get, isn't it? All right, hang on a minute. God, for some reason they're giving me that song again. Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee and I think it was dry. Singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Oh, look, to be honest, I think this is just about America in general. People want to get back, in America, people just want to get back to their apple pie life. They do. They're just tired of all the clown show. It's the clown world clown show in America, and it's getting bigger and bigger and crazier and crazier. And meanwhile, while the whole media focuses on Trump, as we know here, no one's looking at the migrants coming in, no one's looking at Hunter Biden, no one's looking at all the crap and the train derailments and all the poisons that are destroying people's houses and all the tornado mess. No one's looking at that because we've got Trump over here, and that's more important than we call him out for some corrupt payment from 50,000 years ago that he probably didn't even do. His pleb did it, I think. Don't even know. How's the priorities? And we're not the only ones seeing that, guys. Other people are seeing that. Americans just want to get back to the apple pie life. They just want normality. They don't want all the shit show circus event. Oh, I mean, it's so obvious to us, isn't it, guys? It's so obvious. Every single thing. Can you imagine what is on American TV today? If you're living in America, put it on and tell us what's on. It'll be all Trump. I know you know that it will be anyway. But there'll be none of the fish dying in the rivers from the poison in Ohio or whatever. There'll be none of that. None of all the cheap housing and kicking people out of houses to put the migrants in and all that. And not helping the homeless people. Oh, it was California where Black Rock bought all those houses. And then they were setting up their dodgy rental scheme to earn money. You know how it goes. So I'm getting that for America. That's why we're getting that song. They're just sick of this, people over there. God, we're all sick of it. We don't even live over there, guys. Sending you our strength and hugs and support if you're living there, because it's bloody real circus show. It is. God. All right, let's see if we can close with something today. Oh, I'm getting a John Farnham song today. John Farnham's an Aussie singer here. And I'm getting this song. One link in the chain reaction. One link in the chain reaction. Oh, what's that song? Chain reaction. I'm going to look it up, guys, because it's a really good song. Hang on. Bear with me. Let's see if I can get the name right. I've got my iPad today. Hang on. Oh, here we go. It is called Chain Reaction. It is. It's got harmonica and everything. Let's see if we can play a little bit of it. This might be better than me singing, guys. Sorry, it's just an ad. There's always an ad, isn't it? Hang on. Okay. I'll play you a little bit so you know the song that we have to play. I'll put it on my Facebook page too. We'll just get to the main bit. The revolution. It's us. So that's the song I want you to play today. That's so us, isn't it? Oh, I thought that was better than me trying to sing it. So we've got to keep a high vibe up. I'm back, guys. I'm back today. I'm over my little flat speed hump hurdle yesterday. So that's the song we're going to go play. John Farnham, Chain Reaction. It's such a groovy little fun song. We know this is having that chain reaction now. All the chains are starting to link. You think of all the links of a chain, they link together. And it just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's about the revolution. So I'm going to leave you with that song today. Oh, so inspiring, isn't it, guys? Take care. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like buttons. Subscribe if you haven't. And hit the bell notification so my videos pop up. Please feel free to comment. Fingers, I get your comments. We know YouTube takes them and brings them back at a later date. But I do try to get back to you guys within a day or two. Take care. stay strong. We got this, guys. And thanks again for all your wonderful support. I really appreciate it. We've all got each other here on my channel. Yeah, I'm off to Terrabella again today, guys. I'm going to go do some gardening and just take my doggos for a walk, I think, and just chill out. All right, take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.